Yes, is the screen visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can anyone tell me the definition of what is HCI actually? Yes, anyone? HCI. What are the three components of HCI? Yes.
Human, computer, and interaction.
Yes, these are the three components you have between, yes, in HCI, human, computer, and interaction. Yes. So what does the HCI deals with? Yes. Anyone? Yes. Can someone list out the principles of HCI? Any two principles? Just the words I want, keywords I want.
Compatibility, flexibility,
Efficiency.
Okay.
Usability,
Okay.
Ease of learning.
Okay. Next.
control,
Ma'am, responsiveness and protection.
Okay. So can someone tell me the example of this? Yes, memorability. Yes, can you tell me, Sneha, what do you understand by memorability?
Ma'am, in generally when there are certain features in certain features, nahi, but certain things in certain places, that is registered in the human brain. So it goes easier to design that way and easier for the user to use too.
Yes. So in memory, three things are considered. One is your what? Location, logical grouping, and your convention symbols. Okay. Yes. Can anyone tell me the example of usability? Day-to-day examples. Any app, any interface, usability. Yes, usability, ease of use. So can you tell any one of the application which is very user friendly or usable to use?
WhatsApp,
Ma'am,
Yes.
WhatsApp.
Yes, other than WhatsApp, Insta, Facebook, other than this, I want. Okay.
LinkedIn.
So
Word, PowerPoint.
yes. So we have done with what the definition. Okay. Then we have done with the goals of HCI, HCI in multidisciplinary approach. Okay. And after that, we have seen each goal in detail with the example along with the keyword. Okay. Efficiency, usability. Okay. In today's lecture, at the end, you have to take one example. Any example you can take, any interface you can take. It can be Excel, it can be Word, it can be PPT, except Microsoft Word. You can take any one of the interface and you have to write the goals. Any five goal you can write. Safety, memory, or effectiveness, efficiency, whichever you feel. You have to take consider any four or any 5 points from the goals and you have to write whether the goals is achieved and you have to write the example in what sense it is achieved. Yes. So in the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you are going to do this task. So after that, we have seen the principles. These were the principles. Okay. So the last topic we have started on that day was input output devices. Okay. So input output devices deals with what your human as well as computers. Okay. So in input output devices, we have seen, okay, basic, you have first the sensory organs. Okay. From the human point of view, you have sensory organs. In that sensory organ, your vision, that is eye, plays an important role. Second one is your hearing plays an important role. And third, sensory organ, that is your touch. Okay, so these are the three main components or three main organs which plays an important role during the interaction with what your computers. Okay, and from computer point of view, what will be the input output devices? Your keyboard, mouse. Yes, that will be what your input devices. Output will be what your screens, you can say, your printers. Okay, we have seen the examples of this. So today we are going to see what is actually vision, what is vision perception, what is hearing, what is human memory. Okay. So on that day we have seen how the input and output from the human and the computer interact with each other in vice versa manner. Okay, so what will be the output by the human will be the input for the computer, and output by the computer will be the input for your human beings. Okay, so that is the main you have here. Okay, this were the input output we have seen for the human and the computers. Okay, we have seen a simple example. If you are interacting with a simple GUI, so what type of input you are going to use? Okay, in that case, we were using what? Mouse, keyboard as a input devices, and for output was what your sight seeing, that is your eye, and you can say here was the example of output devices when you interact with the computer or any interfaces. Okay, so the first input output channel, that is very important, that is your vision. Yes, vision deals with what? Your eyes. Okay, so basic they have given how the particular eyes or vision works here. So can anyone tell me, do you know the working of eyes or how the eyes works? Yes. So what the vision say, it is a complex, highly complex activity with the range of physical and perceptual limitations. Okay, yet it is a primary source of information for the average person. Okay, you can say eyes are very simple and very this you can say input device through which you can get a large number of information. So how these eyes work? Yes. Okay, when you see a particular object, how you view that particular object? Okay, or how you can recognize the object? Yes, object is there, object is going to reflect some light. Okay, and that light will be received by your eyes. Okay, and that eyes will receive the light energy, and that light energy is going to be transmitted into what? Your electrical energy. Okay, and this electrical energy is passed to your brain, and then your actual processing of the object or perceptions takes place. Okay, so this is a concept you have in eye mechanism. So there is no in detail given, just you have to remember how the eyes vision works. Vision begins with the light. Okay, particular the object, whatever you are going to view is going to reflect some light, and that light is captured by the eyes, and eyes have some what? Receptors are there in your eyes, like you have rods, cones. Yes, using that rods and cones you are going to receive the lights, and you are going to transmit that light into electrical signals. Okay, and then you are going to pass this for the further processing, and you can view the objects. Okay, so you know, I think so, the diagram of eye, you have rods, cone, retina. Okay, as you know, rods are very highly sensitive the light. Okay, so and cones are what? The second type of receptors you have in the eyes, and which are very less sensitive to your lights. Okay, depending upon this mechanism your eyes work, only you have to remember this. Okay, so when you do with the vision, okay, two factors you have to consider, 2 to 3 factors you have. Okay, how we are going to see the size of the object, depth of the object, and distance of the object. Okay, so it depends upon the human eye, human perception, and the type of object, and the distance at what the object is placed. Okay, your angle of vision depends upon the distance, size, and depth. Okay, so different object is going to have a different vision, different person is going to have a different vision depending upon the eyes. Okay, so another concept you have here in vision, that is the brightness. Okay, brightness is nothing but the light. Okay, and next you have is what? Color. Okay, whatever colors are emitted from the object, so the capacity of the human eye to capture that particular colors. Okay, so 3 factors you have to consider in the vision. First is what? Your basic concepts of vision. Okay, then see the preserving size and depth. Okay, from this example you can see a person is there which is placed at the visual, this is the visual angle you have here. Yes, and the person is placed closer to the visual angle. Okay, and if the person is placed at the far location, the visual angle will be different for the same object. Okay, see an object of the same size at different distance have a different visual angles. Okay, wherever objects of different size and different distance may have same visual levels. Okay, so it typically depends upon the type of your visual angles. Okay, so this is one of the factor you have to consider, that is size and depth. Okay, so the next important point you have here is input output channel, that is your perception, that is your brightness. Okay, brightness is nothing but what? Your subjective reaction to levels of light. Yes. So it is affected by the important factor, that is luminance factor. Okay. Which is nothing but what? Which is the amount of light emitted by different emitted. Okay. So again, it depends upon the type of the object which is emitting the light. Brightness depend upon what? The object, different types of objects and different type of lights emitted. Yes. So it mainly depends upon your luminance factors, brightness. Yes. Next you have is color. Yes. So color is one of the factor you have to consider here. Okay. So in color, what is there again? Intensity is considered. Okay. So how the intensity of the color is depending upon that you are going to capture the object. So see from the diagram, you can see this is a typical structure of eyes you have, lenses you have, iris you have. Okay. So no need to go in the detail, just you have to know the three main important factors here. And two main receptors you have, that is rod and cones. Okay. So next vision you have is hearing. Okay. Yes, can anyone tell me how hearing can work? Yes. It is very second important parameter which can act as a output always. Yes. Hearing can be output. Yes. Yes, whatever beep, whatever messages you have onto the screen, you can have voice for them, music for them, or some indications can be there. From this you can get some indication by hearing that sound. You can get some alert messages. Yes, warnings you can get, notifications you can get. Yes, when you design an interface, you must design with somewhat, yes, hearing capacity, so that you can show the output very well, or you can represent the output. Yes, can you tell me how the hearing works? Yes, you hear something by what? There is a vibrations. Okay. Yes. So hearing begins, you can say, with the vibrations you have in the sounds or sound waves. Yes. Through that you can hear something. Again, in that you have in detail outer ear, inner ear, and middle ear. Okay. And the processing goes in that way. The outer ear is going to first capture the, yes, capture the waves you receive. Then in middle ear is going to pass the information from your outer to inner, and inner is going to pass the information to your brain, which is connected to your brain. Yes, these are the three types of ears you have, categories or compartments you have. Okay, and depending upon this, you are going to perform your hearing actions. Okay, so basically it depends upon the vibrations on your air or the sound waves. Okay, so how this it is used in interface? See, it is rarely usually being confirmed to warnings and sounds. Yes, everyone knows we have bips, alerts, or sound when your system is going into a dangerous conditions. Okay, so you can include music, voice commentary, and sound effects when you're going for interfaces. Yes. So this suggests that sound would be more extensively in interface design to convey the information about the system state. Yes, understood hearing concept. Okay, when the question is asked, just you have to write what is the basic of hearing. Okay, how you capture the hearing sound. After that, you have to take one example where the hearing parts an important role, or hearing is the output from the computer. Yes. Next you have is touch. Okay. So can anyone tell me touch, how the touch can work in case of HCI? See, these are the basic things. There is no any logic. Can anyone tell me how the touch works? If you have to perform some action, so how the touch is going to work? Yes, tell me which sensory organ can be used in the touch. Yes, anyone. I want touch from your side. Anyone can explain me how the touch works? Yes. Yes. No. How you understand that something hot is kept there or some cold is there? Yes, I'm audible to everyone. Yes, can you tell me the example of touch? Okay, Harshal, the nerve end senses the object. Yes, again, senses the object through what? Yes, the skin is an important role in the touch part. Okay, through the skin, you are going to sense something. Okay, and for the touch, every time you are going to have some feedback. Okay, as in the case of the sight and in the case of hearing, there is not mandatory the feedback you will going to have, but in touch, you are going to get some feedback actions you are going to get. If it is a hot, you are going to remove your hand. If it is a cold, okay, if you're it is in a pain condition, you are to going to perform something or you're going to give feedback, okay, in the case of touch movement or in the case of touch sensory organ. Yes, so it is the last part which deals with what the input output channel, that is a touch. Okay, so see again in the touch, you again have three types of receptors you are going to have again here. Okay, we receive the stimuli through the skin. Okay, the skin is a vital component here in this case. Okay, and the skin again contains the three types of sensor receptors. Okay, so first is your thermoreceptor. Okay, so this thermoreceptor is going to respond to what your heat and cold. Yes. Next is no receptor. Respond to what intense pressure if you are going to have, heat you are going to have, and pain you are going to have. Okay. And the last one you are going to have is what? Mechanoreceptor, which is going to respond to a pressure. Okay. So this three type of receptors you are going to have into the skin, and depending upon this receptor, you are going to perform some action. Okay, and you are going to interact with the environment, you can say, or with the computers, or you are going to provide the input. Okay, and basically touch will always work as what? Input as well as output. Okay, both for the human as well as for the computer. Yes, understood the three important components you have for the input output devices: sight, region, you can say, hearing, touch, taste and smell you don't have to consider. Okay, so the next type you're going to have is what? Human memory. Okay, so what is human memory? Yes, what is human memory? Up till now we have seen what was the input part, what was the output part. We have not done with what processing system. Now whatever input you are going to capture, whether it is a computerized one or whether it is a human memory, you are going to store something into the memory, and memory is going to process something, and then it is going to produce some output. Okay, so actually we can define human memory nothing but what? A information processing system. Okay, it is actually going to process the system, or it is going to actually produce the output. Okay, so how it is going to produce the output? Basically we are going to study first what is human memory, and then we'll go for what? Computer memory. And computer memory, I think so no need to study, you have already done that. Computer memory. Yes, so how does the human memory works? Okay, so basically human memory is going to store something, okay, depending upon the past experience it is going to have, okay, or past experience it is going to have, and depending upon that experience, whatever you have stored into the mind, you are going to perform the action, or the human behavior is going to change. Yes, so you can say that human memory is nothing but the multi-store model. Okay, or you can say it is a storage model where you are going to store all your data, just like your database. Your human memory is not memory you have, that is nothing but a database here. Okay, see again now in the memory you're going to have perform again three operations, that is encode, store and remember. Okay. So what information you're going to store, the present as well as the past experiences in the brain you're going to work. So in three mode, your brain is going to work or memory is going to work. Okay, first is your encoding process, storing, second one and third one is your remembering process. Okay, so encoding, what you're going to do? What is encoding? A process of making a mental representation of information. Okay, means you are going to capture something and whatever according to your understanding, according to your brain understanding or according to your memory understanding, you are going to store something. Okay, you are going to store that into what? A short term memory or into a long term memory. Okay, we are going to see memory as a whole. It is divided into a different compartment, and how that compartment works we are going to see that in detail. Okay, so encoding, according to the humans, it is going to encode the information whatever he has captured from the environment using some input devices. Okay, and after encoding whatever he has done, he is going to store that encoded information. Yes, there is storing process. So using that process of placing encoded information into relatively permanent storage, for what purpose is going to store? For later recall. Okay, by using input output devices from the environment, you are going to capture some information and you are going to encode that into your brain, and after encoding you are going to store that, and after encoding you are going to remember that. Okay, remembering is nothing but you are going to retrieve. Okay, depending upon the conditions and the task or the inputs you give to the brain, depending upon that you are going to retrieve the information which is being stored into what your long term memory or short term memory. Okay, so memory as a whole is not a single component. Okay, it is a part of the component. Okay, so see here, memory is not located on one particular part of the brain. Okay, it is a, instead there is a brain wide process in which different parts of the brain work in conjunction with one another. Okay, so brain as a whole is not a single part. You have different compartments which are working with parallel, yes, to perform some actions. Okay, so see your example, it is given. Okay, when riding a bicycle, okay, the whole process is reconstructed by the brain in the different areas. Okay, so how it is constructed in the different area? So see this example, the memory of how to operate the bikes. Okay, now see how to ride a bicycle, somewhere you have learned in your childhood. Okay, and you have stored into the memory in some part of the memory which is a long term memory. Okay, so the memory of how to ride a bicycle come from one part, that is you can say a long term memory. Okay, what is the second part? The memory of the street paths, okay, comes from the another memory. Okay, so from where it can come? It can come from the sensory memory. By seeing the environment on the street, you're going to decide the location or you're going to decide the path of the cycle to ride. So this comes from the another type of memory. Now next type is what? The memory of bike safety rules. Okay, that comes from another part of the memory or from another sensory organs. Yes, and the nervous feeling when almost falling or being hit comes from another part of the memory. Yes, so all this task of riding a bicycle is not a single process. Okay, so this different parts like how to operate the bicycle, to see the path, okay, and the bike safety or the cycle safety or being hit down or fallen down are the different sensory organs, and different parts of the memory is going to operate together, and then get some intimation, and then you are going to ride your bicycle or cycle. Yes, and similarly for other examples, similarly it works. Okay, so it is going to use your past experience, whatever is stored into the memory, current whatever you're going to see from the environment using the sensory memory, and depending upon your sensory organs, whatever you're going to view or whatever you're going to feel, from that whatever information you're going to obtain, according to that it is going to operate. Yes, understood? So these are the types of memories we are going to study again. Sensory memory, long-term memory, short-term memory. Yes, again this long-term memory is again divided into what your explicit, implicit, declarative, procedural, episodic and semantic. Okay. So this memory you can say is a part for your artificial intelligence also. This all type of memory we are going to study in detail. Yes. Just remember the three categories: sensory, long term and short term. Yes. So again now sensory memories is divided into, again see now sensory memory will be always input, first input to your brain or first input to your memory. Yes. So in sensory memory again you are going to have iconic, echoic and hepatic. Yes, and again all these three memories will be input to what your whatever information you are going to obtain using this memory. All these three categories of memory will be the input for your short term or working memory, you can say. Okay, which is currently working, and this will be given to what your long term memory. Okay, and then you will get the output or the action you are going to perform. Yes. So this is a structure of the memories, how it works. So similar diagram you are going to have. Okay, in tomorrow's lecture, we will start with what is sensory and all that. Now you have to do one thing, you have to take any user interface, as I have told you, and you have to write the goals. Okay. And once you are done, I will ask anyone to write in the chat. Okay, you have to write with the explanation. You don't have to write. It is achieved. You have to write the example in what case it is achieved. If you are saying it is safety, how the safety is achieved. If it is effective, how effective your interface is, by seeing which command or by seeing which icon you can say your this interface is effective or efficient. Yes. Yes, understood. So take this example and tell me. 5 minutes. Yes, clear. What you have to do? Yes, clear. What you have to do? Yes, T student, clear. What you have to do? You have to write the goals of the SCI by taking any one user interface and write any 5 goals of this and write one example in tabular format. In this way, you have to write, but don't copy paste this. कुठला आत्ता? Yes, done. And as I have said that you have to consider one interface in the group, make a group of students according to you, and you have to take one interface as I have suggested, and same interface or design you have to consider. Yes, one interface you have to consider. Okay, and that same interface you are going to continue. Okay, so I think so in this week we will do that case study on Friday, I think so, or Thursday. We are going to have 2 lectures. On that day we will discuss about the interface, and you have to submit with the groups. Okay. Done. Sneha, done with the example?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you tell me which example you have considered?
Ma'am, I had considered Gmail
Okay.
in the interface. So, thinking about the usability, the memorability part is there, that is location, logical grouping, and usage of icons to help in ease of learning. Then, for the safety, before the mail is sent, there is always a confirmation. Then, considering the effectiveness, word suggestions, sentence completed by suggestions from the software itself.
Yes.
And appeal interface is very easy to use and simplistic. And efficiency, easy access to all the major buttons such as composing a mail, labeling the mails, etc.
Yes, very good. Yes, understood. But you have to represent, yes, while writing, you have to just represent in the tabular format. Okay. So Gmail can be also one of the best example you can go with during your practicals as well as your theory. Yes, next, anyone else? Next example. Yes, anyone?
Ma'am, we can take off WhatsApp also, means if someone who is not in the contact list and if they text us, then there is a dialog box asking whether to report the contact as spam or not.
Okay,
So
so to
safe.
which safety? Okay. So again, in case of WhatsApp, can you tell me usability or effectiveness? Yes. Yes. Next.
Ma'am, in WhatsApp usability, we can use many multiple way for communication like video calling, voice calling, and messaging.
Okay, so which it can be usability. Can you
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
me effectiveness? Effectiveness, efficiency. Yes, other than WhatsApp, what about the rest of the students? Yes, roll number 33 is there. 33. 29.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Yes, Mansi.
I have taken the example of elevator.
Okay.
So it is safety. Like for example, if the light goes off, it just halts in one place. So we are
Okay.
safe inside it. Usability, it is easy to use. That is, buttons are provided which are pretty simple to understand.
Okay.
And it is effectiveness. It is effective as we simply have to press a button to travel.
Okay. So if you have done this, why you don't respond?
No, ma'am, I
Yes,
left.
yes, roll number 2, Varun. Roll number 2 is there.
Ma'am, he is having network issues today.
So Tejas, you tell me your example. Tejas.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can use Facebook's example.
Okay.
Means there are many features. Means its interface is really easy to means use. We can see every feature there only for messaging. And then there are safety for means if any messenger is spam, then they give you the notification that this is has been reported spam by this many people. And then we can use it for messaging and for video calls.
Okay. See, so understood how to consider. One, you have to consider one interface for just case study, and one interface you have to design in the practical. So think from both the point of view and keep the group similar. Okay. You have to design using Python. And if you know Python, you can start designing your interface by considering these goals and principles. Okay. So whatever points I have highlighted, effectiveness, safety, and all this, sound and all, so that you have to consider, and you can start designing the interface. So your last task will be reduced. So you can do both case study, one application, and for designing, you have to consider one another application. Yes. Is that okay? Or shall I give you the applications? You are going to decide your interfaces or application, or shall I give you?
Ma'am, you gave us the applications.
Yes. What about the rest of the students?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, do we have to do it in Python only?
Actually, they have mentioned in the Python, you have to design the GUI in Python only for the last assignment they have given and in the last unit. So I think so it will be better if we go through the Python only for all the practicals or this case study.
Okay, ma'am. So we have to make the entire app and the interface, everything with
I
Python
think so
itself.
HTML will also work. Let
Mhm.
us see. We are going to have FDP, okay, on this, as it is a new syllabus and new practical sessions are there. After FDP, we will decide whether we will go for all the assignments in Python or in HTML. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
I think so HTML will be easy for all the students, but let us see after the FDP. Roll number one. One,
Present, ma'am.
two,
Ma'am, he is
two,
present.
three,
Present, ma'am.
four,
Present, ma'am.
five,
Present, ma'am.
six,
Present, ma'am.
7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9, 10,
Present, ma'am.
11,
Present, ma'am.
12, 13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15, 16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Present, ma'am.
18, 19, 20, 21,
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23, 24, 25,
Present, ma'am.
26,
Present, ma'am.
27, 28,
Present, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30,
Present, ma'am.
31,
Present, ma'am.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Present, ma'am.
41,
Present, ma'am.
42,
Present, ma'am.
43,
Present, ma'am.
44,
Present, ma'am.
45, 46,
Present, ma'am.
47,
Present, ma'am.
48, 49, 50,
Present, ma'am.
51, 52,
Present, ma'am.
53,
Present, ma'am.
54,
Present, ma'am.
55,
Present, ma'am.
56,
Present, ma'am.
57,
Present, ma'am.
58,
Present, ma'am.
59,
Present, ma'am.
60,
Present, ma'am.
61,
Present, ma'am.
62,
Present, ma'am.
63,
Present, ma'am.
64,
Present, ma'am.
65,
Present, ma'am.
66,
Present, ma'am.
67, 68,
Present, ma'am.
69,
ma'am.
70,
Present, ma'am.
71, 72, 73,
Present, ma'am.
74,
Present, ma'am.
75,
Present, ma'am.
76,
Present, ma'am.
77, 78,
I'm 77.
Present, ma'am.
yes, 78, 79, 80,
Present, ma'am.
81,
Present, ma'am.
82.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, you can leave.
Ma'am, 48.